I'm going with Ollie Watkins from Aston Villa. What's also interesting with Ollie Watkins, he's an Arsenal fan, so it's a little bit of like, connection over there for me. I was really hoping that we would get him in the January transfer window of 2025, when we needed to be able to like, clutch up and try and like make that last push versus Liverpool. Unfortunately, we decided to do a low ball offer with Aston Villa, didn't accept it, and I don't blame him either. But at the same time, he's still a talented guy. He scores a lot of goals for Villa. I think he was one of those guys when he came up with Villa. I think he was previously at Brentford, moved to Villa. He was one of those English strikers that don't get a lot of respect. I think one thing that's cool about today is that a new Premier League English number 9 is going to get more respect than they did 5 years, 10 years ago. And I think guys like Ollie Watkins, Harry Kane, they changed Ivan Toney. They changed the perception of English nines at least more in the league, because obviously it felt to a point, and I think a lot of people would say this, where like the Premier League is a very international league. You got players from all over the world, but more and more now we're seeing a lot more like English players get the respect and given a chance to perform. And I think guys like Ollie Watkins definitely did that. I think he's definitely a really big star for Villa. He's had issues, I think, with him and the manager Unai Emery in the last couple, maybe season and a half. Where, they had John Duran and they were picking John Duran ahead of him. John Duran ended up leaving Villa, and then they brought Rashford, and they were picking Rashford ahead of him as well. So I know Ollie Watkins has that issue with the manager trying to push him, but he at the same time saying that, hey, I'm your guy. I've been the one that's done so much for this club. I should be the guy with the starting position in the number 9. And the goals are there to back up his game. He's definitely an elite player that gives a lot of goals, a lot of assists, and any solid, functioning, healthy attacking unit would do with an Ollie Watkins. Maybe in the biggest teams around the world, he might not be a starter, but he is an amazing rotation option off the bench. I could see Ollie Watkins performing in a team like Arsenal, in a team like Chelsea, in a team like Spurs, in a team like even someone like Bayern Munich off the bench. He has that versatility, and he's a good hard worker for the team. So Ollie Watkins in number 4 for me.
Trust me, you don't have to sell me on Ollie Watkins. You just have to sell everybody else on him. I rate assists. Personally, that's just for me. Like, it's like what we talked about with the Ballon d'Or conversation with when you're knocking in assists. Like, think about how many more you would have had if all of those attempts get scored, right? Like different things like that. I love the pick there for you. Almost undersold him there. I would
almost honestly. There's even more I could have said about him.
Yeah, you were bordering the line. Don't worry, we'll get to him in time.
Yes, sir.
In time. We'll keep it on rolling with my number 4 pick on this list. I'm going with the old reliable man who holds 2 Premier League clubs single season goal records in Chris Wood. 20 goals last season. I mean, ultimately the only reason that I have him this low on the list is because he's putting up one of those like what feels like an anomaly season that I don't want to completely like expect the same from him the next year, but at the same time, a 20 goal season from a Premier League striker who's I don't think ever had not double-digit goals in a season. Like, yeah, he's got to be top 5, right? He in 40 games last year had 20 goals and 3 assists.